Here, and you're listening to episode 18 of the Webinar Hustlers Entrepreneur Podcast. And last week, I talked to you about the first step in attracting your dream client in the next 30 days. And I said in that episode that I was going to divide that lesson into 3 podcast episodes because it ran kind of long. Well, actually, I was able to divide it into 2. So you're actually going to get step 2 and 3 in this episode. So you do not have to wait until next week. Step 3 is actually in this episode right now. So, are you ready? Because I'm ready. Let's do this.
Want to work less and sell more? Welcome to the Webinar Hustlers Entrepreneur Podcast, the podcast to help you scale up and take your business to the next level with webinars that sell for you. Each episode focuses on the money mindset, online marketing, and sales strategies to get you more leads and convert leads to sales, all with webinars. And now your host, business and webinar strategist, April Reed.
Your Mojo Message Summit is basically your elevator pitch. And it's also the messaging or the content that you put out there on your website and on social media. What most people do, and what's the wrong approach, is writing down content that nobody cares about, or they're creating freebies and content that doesn't exactly align with their signature offer, which is very confusing for your customers, and confused customers do not buy. Another wrong approach is writing content that resonates with just any given person at any given time. When you're doing it like this, you're not getting the visibility that you desire. And you're hoping that your random target message will sign a high-paying client. And that doesn't necessarily happen. Remember that your dream clients are more likely where you were at some point in your journey. See, there's this willingness and interest there. There are words that you're going to use that's going to appeal to them. And when they hear those trigger words, they're going to say, I'm willing to invest in that because I really want that benefit. She gets me. She understands me. Oh my gosh, she is in my head. And so when you have identified this urgent pain that's keeping them up at night, the right step is developing your Mojo message that talks about that pain. And it's developing content that spotlights the problem and show you as the expert. So I'm going to say that again so it's clear. The right steps to developing your Mojo message is developing content that spotlight the problem and show you as the expert. And the problem has to be very urgent. The right steps to develop your Mojo message is you have to be solving problems that are painful and urgent and causing them to say, I hate this, and causing them to stay up at night. And once you've done that, you want to make sure you let them know the total transformation that they receive. So the next right step is developing your Mojo message is showing what's possible for them. They have to believe it's possible. They can't believe that it's a fluke or that just happens to you. They have to know that the strategies that you're going to teach can happen for them also. But here's the problem. Most people don't have the right message to market. Most people don't know what to create. Ask, what do you do? And they have no idea how to explain what it is that they do. And most people are clear on the benefits that they provide, but they're not clear on the benefits of the benefit. Okay, right here, right now, I want to quickly craft out your Mojo Magic mission statement. And it's a formula, and you're going to be able to use this right off the bat. And I do want to explain that this isn't a one and done. As you talk to more clients, you're going to refine this. Okay, so the power behind this script is that it describes what you do to a level that is clear, and it shows only your perfect potential clients, because we really want to attract our dream clients and we want to repel so we don't have our time wasted. We want to repel those who aren't our dream client. So when you're doing this, the script is going to show their most urgent, painful, expensive problem, like we've already discussed. And it's going to show exactly how you take them from where they don't want to be to where they rather be instead. The first part of this statement is I show. And then you really want to identify who you work with. So it could be I show entrepreneurs. I show mommypreneurs. I show stay-at-home moms. I show professional women, career women, new online coaches, bloggers, aspiring bloggers. So here at this area, who are you trying to attract? Military women. And that's what you will put here. Instantly, they're going to know you're talking to them. But now we're going to get even more targeted, even more specific. So what are they struggling with? Now, here is where you identify their 2 to 3 top typical pain points that you are also great at solving. Again, these pains are going to be urgent. They're going to be expensive. They're going to be painful. They're going to be grief causing. Because if it's not an urgent pain, you're going to attract the nice to have. Like, oh, it would be nice to have $1 million, but I'm satisfied with just going to work every day, Monday through Friday. No, that's not somebody like that feels like it's urgent. They just have to make $1 million. So again, you're going to figure out what are 2 or 3 of their pain points, and you're going to plop them right here, right after struggling with. Now, to move forward, you want to tell them where they're going to go. So what are you going to show them? And this isn't the process. Well, I'm going to show you 12 weeks of coaching. No, this is how they want to feel, what they want to be, what they want to have. And so here is where you will put down 2 or 3 benefits or outcomes that your dream client really wants to obtain that you so happen to deliver. So how do they want to feel instead? They feel like this. How would they rather feel? An example that I have that you can use for inspiration is I help new online coaches who struggle with feeling overwhelmed, attracting their ideal clients, and making money, how to attract high-paying clients and create a business that allows them the freedom to do whatever they want, while making a difference.
If you're in a place to pause, why don't you pause this episode right here and craft out your Mojo mission statement? I mean it right now. Pause this podcast, pause the audio. Now, if you're in the car, you can't do it. So don't text and drive, and don't craft a mission statement while you're driving. Wait till you're at home. Wait till you're in a safe place. Pause this episode, and I really want you right now to craft out your Mojo mission statement. Okay, now we're back.
Have you got your mission statement all ready to go? And again, like I said, if it doesn't feel perfect, that's okay. It's going to be refined because ideal clients are always changing. Your business is going to change. And so you're going to probably change who your ideal client is. But at least now you have something that tells them who they are, what exactly they're struggling with, and how you help them. So what happens if you don't have the right message? You don't have the right elevator pitch? Well, it's kind of like trying to sell Jordans to people who could care less about high quality shoes. Jordans are pretty up there, $80, $100 if you don't catch them on sale. And you're trying to convince someone who could care less about that. They would just rather go to Payless and get some comfortable shoes. They're not going to play basketball. They're not trying to run track or anything like that. They don't care to impress the Joneses or anything. So now you're trying to push a $100 item down their throat, and they just want to spend $20 or $30. Like, it's not going to work. Okay, on to the final step. Step 3, the perfectly aligned mojo offer. So you know who you want to attract and you know what their pain is right now. You've also created your message so that when you're joining a Facebook group or if it's on your website or if you're at a networking event or wherever you go and you say what you do, people who resonate with your statement are going to perk up and they're going to hear, yes, I struggle with that. Yes, I struggle with that. And oh my gosh, yes, that's where I want to go. So they're already going to be like perked up to hear what you're saying. When you're crafting your offer, like that's the last step. The wrong strategy is creating content that just doesn't align with your offer. A little short story I have about this is when I was first starting out in my business, I created a lead magnet that was all about productivity. Now, yes, I cater to mommypreneurs and pretty much we're busy. And so not having enough time or not having time management or routines in place is something that my clients do struggle with, but it has nothing to do with my signature offer, not directly aligned. So there's like a disconnect there that I'm productivity. And now, well, let me help you with your business. Let me help you with your marketing. Let me help you with your Facebook marketing. It's like, wait, what? I thought you were a productivity coach. Again, like I said, confused minds do not buy. Another wrong strategy that new coaches or consultants or just anybody in business might do is using the help, hope model. The help, hope model is helping someone for free on and on and on, and never, ever making the offer, never, ever saying what you do or how you help your clients. You're just helping and hoping they say, hey, how do I work with you? I'm not going to say that doesn't happen, but it rarely happens. People have to know that you have an offer on the table. And like what I was explaining with my coach, she was helping and she was giving away great content. But at the end of that, she let you know how you could work with her. Once people knew how they could work with her, it made it very comfortable for them to track her down and chase after her. Another thing that new coaches or consultants are doing is making the wrong offer at the wrong time, and even make an offer that attracts people who can't afford their services. We talked about the wrong strategy. Now, the right strategy, the right steps to developing your mojo message is positioning your services correctly. It will give clear meaning and understanding and ding, 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 validation to your price tag. Also, it's going to build confidence because you're going to own that you are providing something of value, a solution to a very painful problem for them. And that is so rewarding when you know that you are actually making a difference in somebody's life. And you have to be an expert in both the problem and the solution that you provide people to these benefits. When I say that, some people may feel like, well, I feel like a fraud. I don't feel like I'm an expert. Well, let me just say it like this. A third grader is an expert to a first grader. A first grader is an expert to a preschooler. Okay? A third grader is an expert to the first grader. The third grader know the ropes. The third grader can help the first grader. You are an expert too. And you want to be an expert in both the problem and the solution. Okay? I mean, it just makes things better. When you've been there, your content, along with market research, but your content is going to be so much better and you're going to be able to relate more. And lastly, the right steps is, like I mentioned before, you have to actually make the offer. And when you make the offer, charge your worth because it's going to allow your clients to step up and invest in themselves and have a deeper transformation. Your clients are going to step up in the most amazing way. And they're going to be making the best choice for them, whether it's a yes, they want to work with you, or they don't. But make the offer and charge your worth. But one of the problems that I'm seeing is most people don't know how to make the offer in the first place, because you definitely just don't want to say, here, buy my stuff. Just like you don't want to be at a coffee shop and see the love of your life, like love at first sight, and then say, marry me. You're going to freak the person out. So you just don't want to be like, hey, buy my stuff. There is a process to it. And another problem I'm seeing is that people are focusing way too much on the pathways or the feature and not enough on the benefits. See, when you're selling, you're marketing to people, you want to focus 80% of the time telling them about the benefit and the promise. And only about 20% of the time telling them about your pathway. And your pathway is like, 45 minutes per call, 12 coaching calls, and 12 weeks, 3 months, whatever. That's your feature. That's your pathway. That's how you get them to where they want to go. But you don't want to focus on that. You want to talk about the before picture, like where they are now, and the after picture, where they want to be. So 80% of your time is always going to be focused on the benefits and the promise. You need to really know that after picture. Level 3 coaching is total transformation. So you really want to know what they want to be, what they want to have, how they want to feel. And again, that could be hopping on a call, but you don't even have to make that many calls. Just 3 with your potential ideal client. And then lastly, when making the offer, and let's say you actually do get a client on the phone, is how do you structure your call so you hear less, I can't afford it, or not right now, or, I have to think about it, and start hearing more of, yes, I want it. When can I start? So let me ask you a question. What is it costing you to stay where you are? So you have this awesome business idea, and maybe you're around 6 months of your business. Maybe you have all these wonderful speaking engagements, but you're not making any money, but you're still just trying to figure it out on your own. So what is that costing you? Is it costing you money? And I'm not saying you can't figure it out on your own. Definitely you can figure it out on your own. The internet is full of freebies where if you're not worried about leaving your job ASAP and you want to build your business inch by inch, whether it takes 5 years or not, you don't care, then that's what's good for you, then fine. There is nothing wrong with that approach. But if you are somebody who's like, you know what, in 2017, this is going to be my year. This is the year that I get stuff done. What is it costing you by not having everything working out for you and doing it all on your own? Maybe it's costing you tension, headaches, disappointment. Early on, I always did the what if. So maybe it's costing you like, well, what if this doesn't happen? What if this does happen? Are you wasting time? Are you wasting money? Have you hired a coach before and got burnt? And so now you're kind of leery of coaches. Is it costing you time with family? Is the house getting away? Is the house getting messy? Or maybe you're just really, really, really busy in your business that there's this false sense of accomplishment. Busy, 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 busy. But at the end of the day, you have done absolutely nothing. I think that's like the worst feeling in the world. And I know that because I was there. I would be busy, busy, busy all day. And it's like, what in the world did I complete today? I've completed absolutely nothing and the day is over. So just to recap, we talked about the 3-step process for how to attract your ideal client in the next 30 days, even if you are unknown. And step 1 was to identify your dream client and the pain points that they're going through that is urgent and expensive to them. Then we went on to craft your mojo message, which was basically your elevator pitch or your opening mission statement. And lastly, we talked about having that right offer, the transformation that is going to take your clients from where they are to where they want to be. I just want to say that your client or clients will only invest her time and money in what matters to her the most. So do not skip on these steps. Do not skip on understanding what she's going through. Take the time to really understand and be in her shoes and understand her biggest problem. And don't shortchange her on skipping on the market research. You have something that you have to solve to somebody, and it's your job to make sure that you get your services in front of the right people. And if your message is all out of whack, that they don't fully understand that you're the person that's going to solve their problem, I mean, wouldn't that just suck? They need you, but they don't know that you can help them. So both of you lose because they don't get their solution fixed. And maybe they find somebody else, but that doesn't necessarily say that they're going to be able to get their problem fixed with somebody else, because I do believe that your dream client is meant for you. It's meant for you. It's your soulmate client. If you implement these 3 strategies, you got this. Your business is going to bloom and it's going to soar.
Well, there you have it. 3 steps to attracting your dream clients in the next 30 days. If you implement all these strategies, you will start to attract your dream clients. Now, in this episode, I mentioned the Mojo message formula, which is what you need to do to craft your mission statement or your elevator pitch. If you would like a more detailed, more rounded, more words in that discussion of crafting your Mojo message formula or your opening mission statement that you tell everybody when you go to networking events, or when people just ask you, what do you do? And you don't want to have to fumble over your words and you don't want to spend 5 minutes trying to explain exactly what you do, then again, please come to my show notes at www.aprilreed.com/18. And there I provide a freebie that's going to help you craft your Mojo mission statement. And I'm also going to link the blog post that's called Marketing for New Online Coaches. What do you do? That explains a little more detailed about marketing for new online coaches. And even if you're not new, if you're struggling to attract your dream clients, then read the article anyway. Okay, so you're going to find both at www.aprilreed.com/18. Okay, this has been wonderful. This has been fabulous. I love you. Thank you for coming to listen to me again for another awesome episode of the Webinar Hustlers Entrepreneur Podcast. This is April Reed signing off. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Webinar Hustlers Entrepreneur Podcast at www.aprilreed.com.